Hello everyone, it is me, Butterfly Spirit, aka Michelle. So today guys, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to be talking about whether or not your crystals could be tainted. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about crystals being tainted. So, I just bought these two crystals. So I just bought this selenite crystal. It looks kind of blue as I turn it around. But this is my selenite crystal. How you see it right now is kind of how it is, like that ice kind of color. So I bought the selenite tower. This is the selenite tower that I referenced in a video that I made like an hour ago and stuff like that. That I didn't upload to YouTube yet, but I'm going to be uploading. By the time this one is up, that video will be up most definitely. So this is my selenite tower. I brought this from the store. Sorry. I also brought this crystal as well. This is a crystal. It is called brocaded jasper. I'm trying to hold it up for you guys to see. It looks brown, but really it is black and red. It's so hard to show you guys the kind of like what it looks like. It's very hard, but brocaded jasper is basically it is a black stone, and it has jasper in it. Jasper, for those of you who don't know, jasper is a red stone. Okay, it is basically a like a red kind of brown stone. Okay, and brocaded jasper includes the stone having black in it. I'm not sure what the mineral that's in it or the metals that are in it or anything like that for the brocaded jasper and stuff like that. So this is the brocaded jasper that I brought. It is red and black. Okay, it's mostly mostly black, but it has, you know, the little pieces or little spots of red in it, so to speak. Let me see if there's a way for me to use my light to see if I can make it look good. Let's see if I can make it look good. Can you? I'm trying to make it look. Yeah, you guys, can you see that kind of reddish kind of pigment towards it? I'm trying to make it, okay, can you see? It's probably kind of hard to see, but there's kind of like red and black in there in this stone. I really need a better camera, and I gotta buy one, but yeah, it is red and black, so you guys can kind of see a little bit more about what it looks like and stuff. So it's red and black. It's not a brown stone. Okay, I'm gonna get a better camera one day so you guys will be able to see it, because like when I hold it up like this, you guys, like, you kind of can't see. You just think of it as the black stone, but it's brocaded jasper. You guys can look up what brocaded jasper looks like, and in fact, in the description, what I can do is post a link of what brocaded jasper looks like. But to let you know, stone is pretty much red and black. Okay. All right. So I brought both of these stones today. All right. And every time I buy stones from the store, I never know who has been in possession of these stones. There are a lot of people who come into the crystal and New Age store that I go to. And there's a high likelihood that people who come in and they touch the crystals, they could have, you know, negative emotions or whatever that may get into the stone and stuff like that. You never know. There could be negative entities that have touched the stone and stuff like that. So that's highly possible too. Okay. And also the people who mine this, I don't know if the people who mine this were in a happy state. They could have been angry, upset, could have been grieving, could have been going through something or whatever, and stuff, especially, you know, for this one and for this one too. I mean, you never know what people's emotional states were, or the, you know, what was going on when people were mining. I mean, these people could have been under a high pressure situation to find these stones. You know, you could have people who are tired, miserable, going through stuff at home, you know, not being able to make enough money to make ends meet, you know, could have lost a relative, who knows what. But the thing is that I think a lot of people don't realize is that when you buy crystals, whether they be from fairs or be from stores or whatever, there are a lot of people who touch them. There may have been a lot of people who have handled these stones. And you want to make sure before you go and start using stones, whether it be from meditation, lucid dreaming, astral projection, or whatever type of use you have for these crystals and stuff like that, you want to make sure that you clean these crystals. It's very important. If you start using crystals that you have not cleaned, that you just got from the store and you just start immediately using them, then you could find that your crystals don't seem to work, or they don't seem to have the same effect that you want them to have. Okay, so crystals can get negative stuff in them, whether they be entities attached to them or energies, which could be negativity that can come from anywhere. And this could be negative emotions or whatever that can get stuck in these stones and stuff like that. Okay, so it is best to clean crystals. And what I'm going to be doing, guys, is I'm going to be showing you how I clean my crystals so that you can know how to clean yours. Okay? Alrighty. So, what inspired me to even make this video about whether crystals can be tainted is because I saw a Facebook post where somebody in one of my spirituality groups asked whether their crystal could be tainted because they lost a friend of theirs, and they attended the friend's funeral, and they took their rose quartz crystal with them, and they held that crystal throughout the day that they were at the funeral and as they did things at the funeral and stuff like that. And so the person asked, can my crystal be tainted? Did I do something wrong by taking the crystal with me to the funeral? Okay, here's the first thing I want to tell you about taking your rose quartz crystal to the funeral with you. Rose quartz is a great crystal for self-healing and self-love. So it is a stone that is going to give you that love that you need and stuff like that at that time you need, especially because you experienced a loss of a friend. Okay, so you know, rose quartz is an excellent crystal for, you know, helping you with bringing in that positive energy that you need, especially since you are in, you know, an environment where you were at a funeral. Okay, and you know, there's a lot of emotions that are, you know, negative emotions that are running high. So this makes the rose quartz go and start working to try to bring some calmness and peace. And if you notice that you felt some calmness and peace from the rose quartz and stuff like that or whatever, then, you know, the rose quartz was doing its job, and you can know that it was doing it. At a event like a funeral, yes, your rose quartz would have been working overtime because of the emotions that you're feeling. And the job of the rose quartz is to change your vibration and to try to, you know, stabilize it and give you that love and support that you need and stuff, because that's what rose quartz is supposed to do. Rose quartz is basically doing its job to help you. One way to know that your crystal is working is that if you feel your crystal pulsing in your hand and stuff like that, and feeling its vibration, you know that your rose quartz crystal is working and stuff. For me, I'm able to feel the vibrations of crystals when I pick them up, especially when they're natural. They're natural crystals that are, you know, natural, raw, come out of the ground and stuff like that, and I buy them at the store and stuff like that. They are very powerful and stuff like that. I've also felt the vibrations of other crystals too, or whatever. So yeah, I know if, you know, a crystal has a vibration and stuff like that. One crystal that I've picked up before that had a really strong vibration is amethyst. My fiance has a amethyst that's fits in his hands really big, and it is it's like has a pyramid on top, and then it's like it's kind of circular on the bottom or whatever. And basically that amethyst that he bought from the crystal festival that we went to, when I picked his up, you know, just one day randomly or whatever, his amethyst crystal had a very strong vibration, and it was so strong it was like a heartbeat. So it was doing something. I knew it was doing something to change my aura because it was vibrating and pulsing in my hand, and I knew it was. And I knew it wasn't my thumb, because to make sure it's, you know, not me think it's my the pulse in my body, I take my thumb and hold it up, and then I'll hold the crystal in my palm right here, and then I'll put my fingers around the crystal, and if it's like doing this, it'll like, if it's vibrating and it's in my hand, then I know it is the crystal, not my own pulse. So that's how I try to check and make sure that it is the crystal and stuff. And amethyst, that big, has a very strong vibration, and if you are going to work with a big stone of amethyst, please know what you're doing, because amethyst is a really high vibrational stone, and it is a stone that is not for beginners. It will make you start getting into things that maybe you're not spiritually ready for if you're just starting out or whatever and stuff. Okay. So, yeah. No, the higher vibrational stones, you should, if you're starting off with spirituality or whatever, and you're just getting in touch with your spirit, you know, hold off until you've kind of gotten a grasp of your spirit and got into some meditation, and you know, you've been doing it for a while before you get into working with crystals. I myself, I would say that, you know, I'm getting to learn crystals and stuff. I have one book on crystals, and I'm going to have more books on crystals as time goes on. The reason why is because I'm going to be working with crystals in my future. I'm going to be basically using what I know to help recommend crystals to people and stuff like that, you know, to help them in different facets of their life and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing. That's why I'm going so deep into some of the studies that I go into, like numerology. You know, I want to work with helping people through numerology, so I'm studying it deeper than other people, you know, who are just generally reading it, you know, because I want to be able to work with it, know how to use it, so I can best help people to get a better grasp of things in their lives and stuff like that. Also, numerology is really good for explaining why people are seeing certain types of numbers, particularly like synchronicities. Okay, so yeah, that's a lot. Yes, to the person that was asking the question, can your crystal be tainted by being at a funeral? Yes, but it's not necessarily tainted necessarily by, you know, just because you're at a funeral. It is forced to work really, really, really hard because you are under negative emotions yourself about losing your friend. And, you know, it's working really hard to try to stabilize you, your energy, your vibration, your aura and stuff, and make you feel better and stuff like that. Is it a possibility that you put some negative energy into it? Well, yes. It is a possibility, because that's why the crystal was working really hard, because it felt the presence of negative emotions coming out of you. It felt the sadness. It felt the grief that you were experiencing. And it knew the environment and the vibration of the environment. And in environments like funerals, it's likely that there are going to be negative energies and entities around because of all these negative emotions that people are experiencing. So naturally, lower vibrational energies and negative energies come around because they want to take some of the energy out of the people, because the negative energy that they get, that is their food, and that's what they feed off of. When you're at a higher vibration and you're happy and you're around people you love and you're laughing and stuff, you're at a high vibration. When you're at a low vibration, when you are crying, you're sad, you're depressed, or whatever. So it's best to always try to keep your vibration as high as you possibly can. Okay, that's what high and low vibration means. Your vibration equals your emotions and stuff. And I learned this from someone on YouTube named Terra Nova. I can link you guys to her YouTube channel and stuff like that. She has information on astral projection and stuff, and the things she's been able to do in astral projection and stuff, and she's experienced a Kundalini awakening and stuff, and she works to help people herself and stuff. So yeah. All right. Now the thing is, yes, your rose quartz crystal was tainted by the negative emotions going into it, but even though it experienced that, it still brought out higher vibrational frequencies to try to support you and to make you feel better and stuff. That's what it was trying to do. Yes, there is a high possibility that there are negative emotions in there. Yes, it is. Okay. Yes, it is a high possibility it's tainted. Actually, I would say yes, it is tainted. When you are around an event where there are negative emotions and stuff like that, or whatever, then yes, your crystals could be tainted. And I know about crystals being impacted by negative energies because I wear my crystals, these bracelets I have on. I wear my crystal bracelets. There you go. Space out. I wear my crystal bracelets 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And my crystals do take in the emotions that I have. So some of those emotions would be negative emotions that I have, such as, if I become sad, disappointed, or whatever, or if I become angry for some reason. Yes, my crystals do take those in. Now, I do wear black tourmaline to take in that negative energy and transmute it. I do take that in. But there's only so much negative energy that the black tourmaline can take in before it can't basically change the energy into positive energy and bring it back into me. Okay, so in all my crystals, at that point, all my crystals would get the negative energy and stuff. And the negative energy may not necessarily come from me. It could come from outside of me. It could come from me being scared because I'm walking across the street and somebody's driving down the street and they all of a sudden stop before they hit me or something like that, and I'm walking through, walking across the street, walk across the crosswalk. Okay, I mean, it could be something where I see some bad news that is, on the internet about someone being in a fire, or there being, someone dying or something like that, or, just about the atrocities and, the natural disasters that are causing people to lose their homes, their lives, and lose everything they have and stuff like that. People having to experience diseases, especially children, I mean, there's a lot of bad things that can impact you. You can get a lot of negative emotions, especially if you constantly are bombarded by these, these negative things that get into your consciousness from either, looking at different forms of media, like if you watch the news a lot, or, if you were just in a line of work where you constantly are bombarded by a bunch of, negative, negative people. And the people may not want to be negative, but people's emotions just run high. You can get negative emotions from being pressured in your job. You can get them just about anywhere. And so other people's negative emotions can impact you and your aura and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure you guys know that if you guys are around a bunch of negative people, you will become negative. It can impact you. But if you are around a bunch of happy people, you can become happy. One good thing for you to do is always try to keep yourself balanced, meaning to keep your chakras balanced so that you are able to handle, the different types of situations you go through throughout the day. Balancing your chakras definitely helps, because if your chakras are balanced, then you will find yourself possibly being anxious for no reason, being depressed for no reason, being angry at somebody for no reason at all, and not knowing why you snapped off on a person, who didn't deserve that or something like that. I mean, negativity can sneak upon you. You could just accidentally yell at somebody for no reason and you don't know why and stuff. So yes, external factors can contribute to negative emotions going into things. If you are aware of crystals like me, then your negative emotions can go into the crystals. And like I said, the environmental negative forces can go into the crystals and stuff like that too, and stuff like that, or whatever. So it is good to clean your crystals. Now, going back to the person who was holding the rose quartz at the funeral, as a comfort and support. The best thing I would say for you to do is to clean your crystals. There's a couple different ways that I clean my crystals. One way that I clean my crystals is, if it's a sunny day outside, I put my crystals outside and let the sun clean them with its rays of golden energy. And this would be the energy from the universe, which takes negative energies and entities out and puts God's golden light into them, or source's golden light into them, to basically give energy back to the crystals that it lost and stuff, and brings it back to its highest vibration. Another way, oh, wait, before I go for it, I don't just mean put your crystals outside on the sidewalk. Okay, I don't mean that. For me, when I put my crystals outside, I live in an apartment, so what I do is I put my crystals in my car, and in the back windshield, and I let the sunshine come through the back windshield and clean the crystals and stuff. The negative energies and stuff, entities, they will come out. They can go through, the glass, and then they'll be taken out through the golden light. That's totally fine. Okay. So I just wanted to say that, because I don't want people to think you just leave your crystals outside, because somebody could come up and take your crystals, especially if they are an avid collector of crystals, or somebody who just wants to take something or whatever, So yes, definitely make sure you're safeguarding your crystals when they are getting cleaned. I put mine in my car, and I lock my car. And this is the way that I make sure my crystals are there when I come back and stuff like that. I leave my crystals, sometimes I leave my crystals outside for, hours at a time, and then I'll come back to them. Now, when I come back to my crystals, after they've been filled with the golden energy from the universe and source, then what I do is I try to carefully take them out to my car, because it'll be hot. So what I try to do is I try to put them in like a bag, so that I can carry them into the house and stuff like that. I mean, you can use a plastic sandwich bag to take them into the house. I mean, I'm pretty sure the sun's rays is not going to be enough to burn, the bag, with the crystals in it. It shouldn't be. I even put a Ziploc bag with my crystals in the bag, in the sunlight, in my in the back windshield of my car, and left it in there, and the bag was intact and okay. And then when I came back, I took the Ziploc bag for the crystals, took it out the car, and took it into the house. And the Ziploc bag was intact. Of course, it was plastic. It was fine, So I just want to let you guys know that. But yes, if you have had your crystals around an event where there was a lot of negative emotions and energy that is around, then yes, it is important to clean your crystal, particularly for the person who's watching who wants to know if their crystal was tainted. Yes, you would clean your rose quartz. Another way that I go about cleaning my crystals when it is not daytime is that I will sage my crystals. So I sage my crystals by using a sage stick. Okay, so this is the sage stick. I've used this sage bundle before. I'll put it up so you guys. It kind of looks blue, kind of. All right, so I've used this sage bundle here, and I've used this quite a few times. I bought this from the Crystal New Age store, and it was $15 to get it. And when I bought it, I thought that it was all gonna burn really fast and you're gonna use up really fast. But actually, I've been using this for, goodness, I think it's about like 6 months or so. So yeah, I've still been using the same Sage bundle for 6 months. So pretty good buy for this Sage bundle and stuff. They have smaller Sage bundles, which are about this big here and stuff like that are about this big and stuff. But I prefer to get the bigger bundles because it lasts you a lot longer. Now, the great thing about Sage is that you can use it to help you to purify and to clean your crystals so that you can use them. And through burning the sage and getting the smoke on your crystals, you will be able to return the stones back to their highest vibration, and you will be able to once again use the stones as you did before and know that they are filled with golden positive energy from the universe and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, you can use sage. And in fact, I'm not just going to show you sage bundle. I'm going to show you how I clean my crystals. I'm going to show you how I'm going to clean these first two crystals and stuff like that. I always say something while I'm getting the smoke on the crystals and stuff like that because, well, you want to be saying some type of words to make sure that you are that the universe is hearing you and that the sage knows what it's supposed to be clearing out and what it's supposed to be doing. So I guess to some people it would sound like a spell, but it's actually not. It is you saying to the universe what you want this sage to do, and through its smoke you want the lower vibrational energies and entities and negative emotions to be taken out of the crystals, and you want to raise the stone back to its highest vibration. Its highest vibration would be close to that of God, or what some people call source, and also up to the vibration of angels and your spirit guides and your higher self, the beings that want the best for you and want to provide you with love and support and things like that and guide you on your spiritual journey. Okay. All right, so I'm going to show you guys how I clean my crystals. So I'm looking for a lighter here just to show you guys. I've never done a video where I stage my crystals on video, but I guess I'll just go ahead. All right, so let's start. Trying to look for a good spot to light it and stuff. With sage, you have to be careful because little bits of it will can get onto the floor, and if you have carpet, that can be disastrous because you don't want your carpet to be lit on fire. Okay? All right, so I'm going to light the sage. I'm trying to look for a good spot. Maybe I'll do it from the top. I'm trying not to burn myself here. All right, can you see this smoke here? All right, if you guys can see that this is the smoke from the sage. All right, so this is the sage stick lit. All right, so I'm gonna clean the selenite for you, and this is the same thing you can do with a tainted stone or any stone that you want to be clear of negative emotions, negative entities, and stuff like that. And it's also a good idea for you to clean your crystals if someone else has been handling your crystals who, you know, isn't the owner of the crystals like you are. You don't want someone's negative energy or anything attached to them to get into your crystals. All right. All right. Okay. So with this sage, I am removing any lower vibrational energies or let me start over. With this sage, I am removing any lower vibrational energies or entities from this selenite tower. I'm raising the selenite crystal tower back to its highest vibration and filling with the sage smoke. I am filling this selenite tower with love, peace, and positive energy that comes from the source, the universe, and from God. And that the energy that is on the highest vibrational level with angels and spirit guides and entities that want the best for me and will guide me in my spiritual journey as well. And with the selenite crystal, with the smoke being infused into it, I want this selenite crystal, as I use it, to work along with my other crystals to help me to make progress in my spiritual journey and help me to have a spiritual awakening and to open my third eye and to be able to use my spiritual gifts to help the people who I will work with in my future, so that I may be able to help people's lives be happier and healthier and to understand their spiritual journey and to connect to their guides. So this crystal is cleaned. Okay. And the great thing about selenite, it is a self-cleaning crystal, but for me, I am not okay with the fact that that it just came from the store, because I don't know who handled this and I don't know what kind of emotions that they had, and what kind of what kind of entities or creatures attach themselves to this crystal and stuff. They could be bad. So I like to make sure it is clean and stuff like that, or whatever, because negative energies and entities will attach themselves to your crystals and stuff like that. People say selenite is it is self-cleaning, and that's fine, but I know after a while of constantly getting, energy put into it and the energy being drawn out of a crystal, eventually it needs a boost and it needs to be cleared out. Okay. So this is why I clean my crystals and stuff like that. The same reason that I sage these crystals. I had my fiance sage my crystals a few days ago. So they are still relatively clean and stuff like that. I won't clean my crystals until maybe like a couple of weeks and stuff like that. And I will know when to sage my crystals because I have a relationship with them. And I know when it's time to clean them. So, okay. All right. Oh yeah, guys, I did a video on another video. I believe it was maybe yesterday, a couple of days ago, about why your crystals aren't working. So you guys can look at that video, and in that video I tell you about why your crystals aren't working for a variety of reasons, especially the reason being when you buy crystals and stuff like that from the store, or maybe you have them and they don't seem to be working for you and stuff like that, and you're not able to connect with them and feel their vibrations and stuff like that. So I did a video on why your crystals are not working and stuff, and I posted that to my YouTube channel and stuff. I do videos on different types of topics in spirituality, and in my videos I talk about my own unique experience, my personal experience, and I do research on topics and stuff like that as well, so that I'm more versed in it and stuff. But I like to try things myself before I make videos about things and tell people about it and stuff like that, because I feel like your own valuable real experience speaks volumes, as opposed to just some general information that anybody can look up from on the internet. I think experience matters more, than anything. I mean, look at it. When you go into a job interview, you get, hiring managers interviewing you about your experience, and they want to know how well you would be a good fit based off the type of experience that you have and stuff like that. So experience matters and stuff, because who knows, one day you might be staging your crystals and you might want to see somebody else do it. And I want you to see how I do it so you can be comfortable with doing it. Okay, the things that I say when I'm staging the crystals may not be the same thing that you say, but there's other people who have made videos on staging and stuff like that, and you can watch their videos. Nikki Sutton, if you subscribe to her YouTube channel, which is Spiritual Awakening, then you can see her smudging or staging her home and Saging your home is good because it gets rid of any negative um, entities and energies from your house. It basically gets them out and clears them out using the sage smoke and stuff like that. And you walk around the house and you say whatever it is that you're, whatever it is you have to say about clearing your house. And, with the sage, I'm removing negative energies and entities from this living room, and I'm raising this environment back to its highest vibration. I'm purifying this space on all dimensions and only allowing love, light, and peace energy in this living room. That is an example of what you could say. Okay, and you walk around your house and you make sure you sage your closets, your living room, your kitchen, your bedrooms, just everywhere that you think any entities or negative emotions could be hiding to get rid of them. Sorry. Okay, so let's sage the brocaded jasper. All right, I am saging this brocaded jasper and removing any lower vibrational entities and energies from this brocaded jasper. I'm purifying this brocaded jasper and raising it back to its highest vibration. Return it to its highest vibration on all the beautiful and wonderful good dimensions, and get rid of any lower vibrational energies or entities from out of this brocaded jasper, and allow this brocaded jasper to work along with my other crystals so that it may guide me on the progress to my spiritual awakening, to open my third eye, and to use my spiritual gifts to help those around me and to help people who are far away from me as well, so that I may guide them on their journey too, and allow them to have happy, healthier, and more, meaningful lives that have purpose and stuff like that. Okay, and fill it with God's golden light energy as well, and infuse peace, love, and happiness, and allow this stone to guide me with my logic and to think clearly in situations as well. Yeah, you can hear the cracking of it too. So it is clean. Okay. And also, guys, also with saging, I also sage myself too, as well. And with saging myself, I sage my I sage my body to get rid of any negative emotions, any lower vibrational energies or entities from my body and stuff like that. I'll do a video on that maybe sometime in the future or whatever, stuff like that or whatnot. But yeah, I also sage myself too, because sometimes we have negative stuff attached to us, emotions or entities that we may have gotten from the grocery store and stuff that we want to be away from us and stuff like that, And on your spiritual journey, you want to make sure that you are clean and you are grounded and you are moving in a positive direction and stuff like that. Your spiritual journey, it can be depressing, but as long as you know how to get through it and you have supportive people, who are friends who are going to help you, you should be fine. Okay. So yeah, and one thing about your spiritual journey too is with your spiritual journey, going towards an awakening, you have to have a reason for doing it. It's not just about following what the latest trend is, with being spiritual and embracing astral projection, lucid dreaming, but it is about, using it to achieve a goal that is unique to you. For me, it is, getting close to opening my third eye and having an awakening so that I can help other people to find out their purpose and how to better live their lives and stuff like that. So that's a big goal for me to fill, but I feel like it's something that I can do, you know. So that's what I'm working towards and stuff like that. That's why I'm learning a lot about crystals. That's why I'm learning a lot about numerology and herbs and Reiki and just constant other things and stuff, because I want to be able to help people in whatever way that I can to guide them on their spiritual journey, I guess through life. Um, so yeah, this just reminded me of the Nikki Sutton from her from YouTube, and her YouTube channel is like Spiritual Awakening. So it reminded me of what she says at the end of her videos, how she's guiding people in their spiritual journey through life. So that kind of popped into my head. Okay. Um, so yeah, guys, the stuff that I share in my videos is based on my own personal and real experience, and my research that I do. And, it's not, my videos are not about, just the general information that, that can be found on the internet that, everybody's talking about, just to get some likes and some comments and subscriptions and stuff like that. I do welcome that, people watch my videos, and like my videos and comment on my YouTube channel, and let me know what you think, and if you have any questions about what I'm doing, just please let me know and stuff. And I do welcome subscriptions and stuff or whatever, because I want to know what people think and be able to answer any questions. And I also have a Facebook page too. I have both my my YouTube channel and my Facebook page in the description as well, guys. So yeah, and I know I said that I'm going to link you to something that talks about and shows you what brocaded jasper looks like, because you guys seeing it right here sucks. Guys, I'm starting to get a damn headache because I'm holding this sage. Who knows? This pressure that I'm getting here, I'm getting pressure right here. Who knows? That could be my third eye opening. I don't know, and I'm like feeling it back here and stuff. I think my third eye is loving the sage stroke and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, I wanted to share that with you. And to the person who who's going through the loss of their friend and feels their rose quartz it has been tainted and stuff like that. I want you to know you can sage your rose quartz crystal and remove any of those negative emotions from it, and any entities that attaches themselves to it, and then it'll be back to its highest vibration. So you can watch a video on how to sage crystals. In fact, what I will do is I will look up a couple of videos on how to sage your house for some of you guys, and how to sage your crystals, and stuff like that, so that it can be helpful and you can know that you are saging the right way, whether you are saging your house or you are saging your crystals, so you know how to bring it back to its highest vibration and stuff like that too, and stuff. Also, if you're cleaning rose quartz, also look for a method that's going to make sure that your rose quartz crystal doesn't dissolve. I don't know if water is a good method for rose quartz, because it can, I believe quartz can dissolve. So that's why saging is a really good method. So what I'm going to do, in my description, I'm going to post a link to a video about how to sage your crystal, and how to sage your home for those of you guys who are interested. Okay. So I hope this video helps you, and thank you for the person who posted on YouTube about can your crystal be tainted, because you inspired me to make a video. And I hope that that you have love, light, and peace around you, and that you have the support from people that you need and stuff like that, because I know it's a difficult time for you to go through and stuff. But I want you to know that your crystal is working with you. I'm sure you have supportive people around you, so things will turn out fine. And as you said in your post, your friend is not necessarily gone. Your friend is alive, okay, even though she is not here. And if you're and there are ways to talk to people on the other side and stuff like that. Some people do it through tarot readings, but it might be a little soon to do that or whatever. If you decide to do a tarot reading, to contact someone who has passed on to the spirit world or whatever, I would give it some time before you do it. Give yourself some time to your emotions to settle and to heal up first before you try to do, if you decide to talk to your friend through a tarot reading and stuff like that or whatever and stuff. Okay. So, yeah. So, you'll heal up and stuff like that. Your rose quartz is working for you and stuff. Make sure you clean it and stuff. And clean it, is, I would say clean it as, often as you think that you need to so that it can be at its highest vibration and stuff like that. Because your rose quartz is working to give you that self-love and, the support that you're in need of and stuff. And also, if you do experience a lot of negative emotions and stuff like that, black tourmaline is a really good stone for you to use. And I'll show it to you before I end my video. Here is black tourmaline here. And this is a stone that I wear, which is a stone that I wear because of negativity that I have inside, and also to combat negativity that I have from external, forces. So I got my internal negativity from my, emotions and my the external negativity that comes in, and this basically takes the bad energy and transmutes it, meaning it changes that negative energy into positive energy and puts it back into my aura, and it helps keep me balanced and stuff like that too, or whatever. Hey, I think the smoke went out, and all in this time I had a thing of water back there. I thought I was gonna um, wet it, but I guess I'll still wet it just to make sure it's not still smoking and stuff, whatever, before I put this up. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, then I suggest that you like the video and you subscribe to my channel and stuff like that. And I am Michelle. I messed up. I'm Butterfly Spirit, aka Michelle. See you guys in my next video. And to the person who lost your friend, I hope this is something that can help you and bring you love, light, and peace, and a little bit of support. Thank you. Bye-bye.